heart's running away with your head.
Now what are we gonna do?
Come on. I've thought it all out. It just wouldn't work. Beautiful.
Lovable.
Kiss. Grow fonder.
It just isn't done that way.
The shadow of the queen, the left hang.
When you are going,
Yes, those poor people.
well, now what are we gonna do? When you are going,
Yeah, I guess so.
and down,
That's me too.
and down,
The left hang.
using me,
And
and down,
the left hang.
Oh, that's me too.
and down,
The left hang.
using me.
Come on.
We'll do it.
I guess grow fonder.
They'll be singing.
I guess grow fonder.
They'll be singing.
I guess grow fonder.
They'll be singing.
I guess grow fonder.
The shadow of the queen, the left hang.
When you are going,
I'd like to.
kiss. Now what are we gonna do? When you are going,
Yeah, I guess so.
and down,
That's me too.
The left hang.
Oh, that's me too.
The left hang.
Love you more than life itself.
I guess grow fonder.
They'll be singing.
I guess
I'd like to.
kiss fonder.
They'll be singing. That's me.
I guess grow fonder.
They'll be singing.
I guess grow fonder.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramuth, or Dara for short, because some people can't say Daramuth very well. They say Daramouth. That's a little weird. I think people would know how to do the English by now. Me speak of the English. You know what I'm getting at? Otherwise, it's gonna be a very, very long night. I have to be like, okay. So in caveman terms, okay, me speak words form name is me, stuff like that. But anyway, I have my guest Rebecca, and how are you doing today, Rebecca? I think you're muted. Yeah, you muted yourself. There we go.
Technologically impaired.
Technology? No, you just have to. It's a button. Okay, so we just take the mouse over the button. You press the button. No more mute.
Okay.
I think we'll just have to do that for the rest of the night. Talk like cavemen. It's like me speak words. You speak words.
You
You speak
press
words.
button.
You press.
Button. It's good.
It's gonna be the best night ever. Just speaking like a crackno maniac, whatever they call him. But anyway, well, thank you for coming on. This one has been a long journey in the way, of course, because I've asked you a long time ago. You're like, I don't know you. Don't bother me. I don't know what you're about. All that stuff. Hey, horror. So, but I'm glad you were able to come on because I've wanted to have you on a while back, but you were off doing other things. So, life stuff, right? You were doing other stuff.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
The question is, how far in the way, though, right? Is it like has like a half blocking? It's like all black. It's like the moon, right? It's like a solar eclipse, like a lunar eclipse. Which eclipse is it? It's like a waxing. Is it waning? Is it all over the place? What is it? I would be throwing out moon
Doing
puns all day
witchy
long.
shit.
Yeah, which is which. But I mean, yeah, this is you. I know you said you do like the spaces, but I don't know if you've ever done something like this before. Hey, Lost Tales. Because I don't know if
Here's
you've
the
done
church. Here's a
the
steeple.
steeple.
And then you open the doors and you see all the people.
That's I mean, sure, yeah, but can you do this though? Can you do that? Huh? 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 Can you do that?
Can you do that? Can you do that?
I, I feel like I'm trying to do a magic show, and everyone was like, and it's like, oh, look at this! Oh, it's a coin! Oh, it's gone! Look at that! The worst magician you have ever had. It's like, I'm paying $250 an hour for this. Seriously?
I'm like, no.
Well, how is it? How is it being now that you're monetizing Twitter X and you're getting paid to be all so and what they call a crap post or whatever you want to call it? How does it feel?
It feels good. I mean, I worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
So what you do is you go on people that already have like 2 million views, and you're like, you're stupid.
It's that simple?
Well, like you have to have like the best comment. It doesn't matter like what it is. So usually I try to do something relevant to like whatever they're posting, but I mean it was not easy at the beginning, like, but
Right.
it turned into fun
Mhm.
when I realized that you could just do whatever you want to do on X. You really can.
Well, I mean, there's a limit. They are blocked. Do block some words. I know they're blocking like certain words are blocked in X. But I mean, for the most part, if you found the secret of how to do this, I think people should go to you for that advice because I do not have engagement advice at all. You just say
Just be hot.
it's true. Be a
Like,
hot woman. Be a hot
it doesn't
woman.
even, honestly, like I showed my boobs, you know, I show my ass, you know, like I got naked, like nobody cared. Like people
Wow,
cared.
really?
Yeah, no.
You
Like,
thought you thought that'd be a good selling point. Like, I'm here, everything's gone. What more do you want? And they're like, no,
yeah,
we're good. It's like
they're like, we've seen it. We don't care.
it's like we've already seen Godfather 1, Godfather
We've seen Godfather 1, we've seen
Yeah.
Godfather 2,
yeah.
we've seen OnlyFans, like we've seen like this and this and that, like we don't care.
Yeah, you Yeah, you're like a cake that was left out a little too long. We get it. We get it.
like we understand. So I think the main thing getting monetized on X is just you have to be funny. You have to have like the best comments out of all the comments. You read through all the comments and you're like, all this shit's been done before, and you say something that's relevant
Mhm.
and everybody can relate to it, and then you're golden.
Are you gold? What's the what was the last one that got you much praise?
Oh God.
It's worth an ask.
Today probably it was political. I said, so you know, oh God, I'm gonna get you demonetized.
I'm not monetizing YouTube, so
Okay.
go for it.
So you know, Nick Fuentes or whatever the fuck his name is, I can't pronounce it. He said, "Your body, my choice,"
Mm.
and I said, "That's what the." I said, "That's what the Second Amendment is for."
How many impressions did that one get?
That was, I think right now it's sitting at 20 impressions, but I'm just like,
how do I make it more seen? Gotta be funnier. Yeah, I've never been on the detail of the engagement factor for Twitter X because it's a pay for play. Basically,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you'll get your what is it, your premium paid off if you make a lot, but it's basically just like once monetization got added to it, there was so many engagement posts, so many bait posts. It was like the Wild West.
people are basically trying to be assholes, which like I understand. It's just like whichever post gets the most impressions is the one that wins, like so to speak. I have like the stupidest things. I'm trying to think of the one that was sexual, and now I'm forgetting.
Well, it probably wasn't doing very well. That's probably what you forgot.
No, I got like 120 impressions off of something that was sexual. Oh, people were saying the longer a guy goes without coming, the more volume. And I said, is that exponential? I said, is that exponential, or is there like a stopping point?
Oh, you are one of the best guests.
And,
though.
and that was the post that like pushed me over the edge. Like honestly, like and probably some guys that pushed them over the edge too.
Oh goodness, you like to push buttons, don't you? When someone said don't push the red button, you said what red button? And they're all red buttons. And so you're just like, I'll just go push.
They're all red.
They're all red. This one is for nuclear codes? Oh, I didn't know. It's a red button.
Beep, 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 beep.
Try to make something musical out of it.
Of course.
Oh goodness. No, that's again, it's just one of those things where when it first started out being monetization, you saw a lot of people just like ask questions sort of thing, like, oh, what is the circumference of the sun or the earth? All this stupid stuff, right?
They're like, I can't remember the one. They're like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And you're just like, well, I already know the world may never know. But like they post it like over and over and over again, and that's what gets monotonous. So I actually like just being your own self and like being free, like in what you post, and I like that.
Yeah, well, and if you could be funny out of two, double points right there, x 2 points.
Yeah.
But it gets very disingenuous because you know what they're about, right? When they do the question post where it's like about, oh no, if you're confronted with this thing or this thing, which one would you choose to fight? Or this food, which food is better than which? It just be all questioning stuff.
The food stuff drives me crazy. So I'm a chef.
Right.
So
very lovely chef.
Can ask me questions if they want. I don't like this whole movement where it used to be you cook like a delicious meal on social media. And everyone's like, oh, that looks good. Like, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like you cook the worst thing you can imagine. It's like top ramen.
Right.
And then you add cheese.
Yeah.
And you add mayo.
Ooh.
And you add bacon.
Ooh.
And you add, I don't know, something else. Like you add biscuits like on top. And you throw it in the oven. And you cut it, and then you serve it to your loved ones, and people are like, oh, that looks disgusting. Like that's how you get impressions or like views now. Like not even on X, not like on anything, just like everywhere. It goes viral if you cook the worst thing you could imagine. And that really hurts me as a chef, that the good food isn't getting press. It's just like disgusting food.
Yeah, it's the because they were doing like washing the chicken with soap or something like that.
Yeah, they're like washing it with like detergent. I promise you.
Ugh. That was like, why are you washing with soap?
No.
Ugh.
No.
Oh, you're fine.
So what you do with chicken, in my opinion, as a chef, is you just have to make sure it's refrigerated to temperature, and you prepare it the right way, right? Like you don't like put it on a cutting board and like leave the cutting board there and bring a bunch of vegetables and put it on top of the chicken juice. You just, do it the normal, the right way. You heat it up
Right.
to temp. I'm kind of like a chicken Nazi.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, you like a chicken the certain way, yeah. You like to mix the
So
chicken.
you take the chicken.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you canceled. You take the chicken,
Mhm.
you put it in the oven
Mhm.
for a certain amount of time.
Right.
Then you take the chicken out of the oven,
Uh-huh.
and the chicken is perfect.
Oh, so you don't put any spices or anything on it? You just do as
No,
is?
no. You do. You spice the chicken appropriately,
Uh-huh.
but as long as you cook it to the appropriate temperature, you don't
Mhm.
have to fucking like wash it and scrub it like you're scrubbing your toilet. You just put it in the oven,
Right.
open the oven, and then because the whole thing about the oven is it kills the germs.
Right. Heat. High heat. Yeah.
Yeah. High heat kills the germs. That's it.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
don't have to scrub it.
Yeah.
If you're serving
Ye-
it raw, yeah, but
Yeah, I don't
chicken
know
raw.
why I don't know why you'd serve chicken raw. How long you been a chef though?
Since I graduated in 2012.
Really? So that long?
Yeah,
Mm, nice. So why
unfortunately.
aren't you what? Okay, why unfortunately?
It's bad.
Bad to be a chef?
No, the whole culinary industry is like people that wish they were Gordon Ramsay.
Oh,
So picture going into it like your workplace and everyone's like, you fucking donkey.
what are you? An idiot
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah, just picture going into your workplace
Uh-huh.
and having everybody tell you you're a donkey and an idiot sandwich, and that's just like a snippet of what it's like to work in the culinary industry. And for me, I cut out early, and I went to work for preschools.
Right.
And like every preschool has like a chef
Right.
because they serve food to the preschoolers, and I thought that was fun. I thought it was nice. Teachers are worse.
Really?
They sure are. They're
Picky?
they're very crazy. And
Are they like picky in their food or what?
well, there's a lot of stupid rules in preschools. You have to serve it to them within a certain amount of time, and there's like a rotation of the children going out to recess and coming back for their nap time,
Yeah.
and everyone's nuts. So I don't know. I love cooking for the kids though. They're so sweet. They're like,
Yeah.
Miss Rebecca, we love you.
Aw.
I love them.
They give you like drawings or stuff, like flowers.
They do. I have a bunch of drawings for them, like on my refrigerator right now. But
Oh, look at that. I hope they made you a birthday card.
so cute. Like I really love being a cook. It's just it's so much drama when you work with other cooks. It's so much drama when you work for anybody. I'm just gonna start canning things, I think, and selling it online.
That and demonic says my favorite part about working in a kitchen is when someone drops a plate and it shatters and the whole kitchen yells, I remember my first day.
You know what? I have a good story.
Oh, go for it.
Let's have a good story. So I when you go into culinary school and you have like what's called an externship, it's like an internship. It's part of your schooling, part of your training.
Right.
And so I went into a fine dining kitchen, and I thought that it would be okay to use the same kind of sayings and things that you use in like a kitchen that isn't that serious, but this is like a huge hotel in Southern California. So this person, they had like a whole rack of glasses, wine glasses, and they dropped them.
Oh no.
Shattering. And I came out, I was like, wrong. The executive chef came out and he said, "You think this is funny?" He's like, "This is thousands of dollars." He's like, "You think this is funny? It's not fucking funny." He's like, "Go back and think about what you did and be quiet." But
You
I
think-
understand.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars, you know.
Yeah.
They dropped the food plus they smashed the glasses. Oof.
It's one of those things. Surprisingly, yeah, it's like, you want to be an idiot? I'll tell you how to be an idiot, and all that stuff.
There's always drama when women are involved. Excuse me? I'm talking about when you're in the kitchen, it's men. It's all men.
all of them.
Yes. There's me and there's men.
Well,
Do you think you go into like Applebee's and there's like women in the kitchen? No, it's men.
I never get to see the kitchen. They don't allow me to after the last time.
No, it's men. It's all men. There's like maybe one woman in a kitchen for like 1,000 men.
Yeah, because I mean, when Gordon Ramsay has this thing, there have been a few women chefs on there, so at least in the competing field.
I want to say that women in these reality shows, it's so overrepresented. It's
Really?
so overrepresented. There's like, it's men.
Mhm.
There's no women in the kitchen. No,
That's
none.
interesting.
There's maybe like two.
Maybe like two in the kitchen, and are told just to stay over there and watch.
For like 1,000 men. Like Top Chef, overrepresented. Like, no, it's DEI. It's bullshit. It's men, like, at least in California, it's men, and they're either, you know, Hispanic. Hispanic doesn't mean Latino. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it has Hispanic or it's Latino, and it's everybody. Like, if you're a woman, you're in the grand minority. I'm not like singing a song, you know. I'm not like I feel bad for myself. I'm just saying, drama.
Yeah.
That's the men.
Caught up cutting up potatoes, skinning the potatoes, all that stuff, all the goodies and oldies. But no, that's pretty interesting to know that you've been a chef for quite some time, and to kind of, I mean, do you do different things when you cook your own meals, or is that just
as far as like cooking my own stuff, I usually try to like keep it simple. I go back to like the stuff that makes me happy. I go back to the stuff that's like not that hard to prepare. You know, for me, and I think like, you know, the misnomer is like chefs come home and they cook like this elaborate meal.
Yeah.
And I think like women are like, oh, like this guy can cook. Like, you know, I'm going to come home and I'm going to have like this super cool meal like every single night. No, bitch. No. He's tired.
Yeah.
He's tired.
Yeah.
He's not going to come home. He's not going to come home from the kitchen and make you this super elaborate meal. He's going to come home at probably like 2:00 in the morning. He's going to roll into bed. He's going to go to sleep. That's the last you're going to see of him. That's what it's like dating a chef, unless he's really trying to impress you, which he shouldn't.
Right.
You know, he should just like what most chefs do. What most cooks do is like, we box the stuff that like isn't going to be used, that isn't going to be served to the customers. We box it and then we bring it home to you.
Mhm.
We're not going to like sit there like, oh, da, 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 like Chef, you know,
Mhm.
the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, this is awesome. Horrible, horrible. The worst representation of like the culinary industry, like in the world. If you want to know what the culinary industry is like, watch The Bear.
The Bear.
That's what it's like.
Oh, is that the one with the kid from Shameless? I
Yes.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember his name right now. He does such a good job though.
Hold on. I can see if I can look him up. Um,
If you can see what his name is. Such a good show. Like such a proper representation of the culinary industry.
Jeremy Allen White.
Yes. So that was it was produced and written by one of my favorite chefs. His name is Matty Matheson. If you want to like follow him on YouTube, do whatever you want. Like Matty is one of my idols.
Yeah, no, this is the this he was in Shameless too, but yes, this is the one for the Bear.
Yeah,
'Cause-
he's such a good actor. Like, yeah, the reality of the culinary industry is not Chef, the movie. It's The Bear.
wow. Yeah, I've never. I think this is on HBO. I'm not sure. It says it's on IMDb. It says it's won some awards, so
Yeah,
that's something. But I mean, I've
yeah.
never.
Matty Matheson. He wrote it. I think he's one of the producers, but he's a really great chef. He's a really positive person. Yeah, he wrote and produced this, and he wanted to bring more reality to culinary cinema, I would say.
Yeah, and then someone just said, I worked BOH at a winery. Nothing like The Bear, more like the movie
Oh,
Waiting.
Back of the House, the movie Waiting. Well, I hope you guys didn't like come or like, you know, do anything in the fucking food, because that's
Oh yeah,
really
no,
not
that wasn't. No,
how-
he hawked a loogie into it. He hawked a loogie.
that's
into the-
disgusting.
It is
Like
disgusting.
honestly, like in all my years in the culinary industry, I've never seen anybody like fuck with people's food.
They were putting one thing. No, that was Dane Cook doing it too, and Dane Cook is a comedian of sorts, but he was like shedding uh dandruff, and then yeah, and it just
Yeah, I've never ever seen that. I've never seen people fuck with food.
yeah you
And if I did, I would be a Karen and be like, you got to get this shit out of your food, you fucking motherfuckers. Because even if somebody's like the biggest shithead in the world, the thing with me is like, we're there to give them their food. That's it. Send them out the door. If they
Yeah.
don't like it, they put a shitty review on Yelp. Not our problem. We served them the best we could. You know, it's not your job to like sabotage their food or like be an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cool. I don't think like, oh, like you're getting them, or like, you know, you're sticking it to the man. Like, it's ridiculous. I would never ever ever do that. Even if somebody was like, you're a stupid fat bitch, and like
Yeah.
like I'm gonna fuck your husband, or like I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend, I'm gonna fucking key your car, I would never ever ever fuck with somebody's food.
Yeah, you have a respect for the
I have
work
respect for
itself.
the craft, for the art.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Have you ever been crafty with food? So like how you see, like, what was it, that one show, Cake? No, was it not Cake Boss, but Ace of Cakes? I think it was, where the guy would make that stuff, Ace of Cakes. You remember that?
I don't bake.
You don't bake?
No.
That's cooking though, isn't it? Isn't baking?
No, it's baking. There's cooking. There's baking. There are two different arts.
Right, but a chef still has to learn a little bit of both, doesn't it? Don't they?
No.
Oh. All right. At
I
least I
hate
asked.
baking. You gotta weigh, you gotta measure. I'm
Uh,
not about that. No. No, I vibe.
yeah, I
I
I
I I hate baking because baking, like if you cook, you're fine. If you bake and you fuck up, there's nothing you can do about it.
yeah.
You're just screwed.
Well, then you either start over again or you just buy store bought
Yeah, you start over again. And I'm not about like starting over again. I like to fix my mistakes.
baking.
Yeah, exactly. Baking is a science, cooking is an art.
There
Hmm.
you go. There you go.
Exactly.
I'll still say though that Ace of Cakes man, they make some of those cakes in the art. So there's that. All right, there's a little bit of that. But yeah, I've never been. I mean, I've been in the kitchen area before. I used to work at a uh I don't know, collegiate place, and you kind of get to see where the kitchen is and all this stuff. It's kind of hectic at times, and especially if you're doing for like high class places like maybe a college or a restaurant, high end restaurant, stuff like that. It can get pretty hectic,
Right.
and then you're just like, don't trample me, please. Um, but then but I've had someone else on, Hemp Hero, and he talked about how he had known some people who were cooks, and they would go to people's houses to some degree, and they would cook there, right? They would cook there at their home, and I kind of do this stuff, and I thought that was pretty interesting that a cook like that would challenge himself in a different environment. Measuring isn't a big deal. Well, sometimes it is. Okay, sometimes measuring is a big deal. Big guys
Just
are a deal.
imagine like if you're as stupid as me, or you're what do you call it, obstinate, like you don't care to the point where like it makes you angry.
Absent-minded, maybe.
I refuse to measure. I refuse to weigh. I refuse.
Right.
Not
That's
gonna do it.
yeah. You're
Bakers, that's their business. They love it. I have a lot of friends that are bakers.
yeah.
My dear hearts. I love them so much.
Mm,
They're so much more measured and weighed than I am. I just
right.
I can't. I just I don't care.
Yeah. That's understandable. I mean, it's a preference, really. It's a preference. It doesn't work for me.
Recipe. No,
Recipe.
no. Goodness, no.
You
No.
are very up there. That's for sure. You are very like I am complicated. Watch
Everybody
it.
well, everybody always tells me like they like my food. You don't always have to have a recipe except if you're a baker.
Yeah.
If you don't, I think they said it in Ratatouille, like we follow the recipe.
Hmm.
We follow the recipe. That's necessary in baking.
Yeah.
In culinary, no. Or like if you're so let's say you take a job with some fine dining restaurant. You have to
Right.
follow the recipe.
Mhm.
If if you're in school, you have to follow the recipe.
Mhm.
But if you're just at home,
Yeah.
take the recipe.
You like to be a little more free range, is what I'm hearing. You like
Yeah,
to be a little more free range. No, that's not a bad thing. Again, cooking should be about what you want to do per
yeah,
se, and kind of how you want to follow that. But at the end of the day, you still do sort of like line of sight sort of thing, where you just like a dab of salt here, some soy sauce there, little drips and stuff. So you do sort of a. I know some people have done like a line of sight, but I mean, it's all how you want to go. I do just by look. See, there you go. Well, you cook by the eye. You don't cook your eye. That'd
right.
be a different
Well,
story.
it's not even by the eye. It's kind of like by the eye and like by taste.
Mhm.
I would say. Oh, I'm doing a new hairstyle.
Yeah, you're almost getting ready for that 80s aerobic video. But no, yeah, I don't really cook well myself. I mean, I'm not professional in any sense. So usually a steak, I add a little few spices, done. I'm simple. I'm simple like myself because I ain't got those kind of skills. I once tried to make So I was trying to follow a recipe to make sort of like smooth mashed potatoes, cream and heavy cream and all this other stuff. It took forever.
Gotta be sexy.
No, oh, you're fine as you are. Again, it took me forever to do it, and I was just like, ugh, it's such a time consumer. Now I just do like maybe some steak stuff and then maybe deli meat. That's pretty much it. That's how I fill my. I do quick convenience and ready to go. Like those 2 minute rice bags you can get. Just put in a microwave, do like a minute 30, and then all that stuff. You cook by taste and with your heart. Oh, look at that. We're
Oh,
getting
I
real
gotta talk
poetic.
about eggnog.
Oh, what about eggnog? What
So
happened?
this has been like a debate since before the election, something like that. So
What's with the
you don't
eggnog?
hate eggnog. You hate the stuff in the jugs at the store, and you hate the stuff in the bottles at the store that comes with alcohol.
Right.
You got to make it from scratch,
I've never liked drinking eggnog to begin with because it's just so thick. Very
guys.
thick.
You have to make it from scratch.
Oh. For like eggnog completely from scratch.
Yes, it's so easy. My mom does it every year. It's so simple.
Mhm.
You hate eggnog because you've only had it in the stupid carton from your shitty store,
Mhm.
and you've only had it in the fucking shitty bottle with the shitty alcohol from your fucking store. Make
Mhm.
it from scratch. Okay. There's plenty of recipes on the interwebs.
Mhm.
Look it up. Make your eggnog from scratch.
Mhm.
Then come back to me and tell me if you still hate it.
Well, and
I
you
don't
got some.
I don't think people actually hate it. They hate the stuff from the store.
Mm. Well, again, I've not had eggnog in a long time, so
You've
but
had
it's not.
eggnog from scratch, probably a shitty recipe.
Ooh, call out, call out. Um, but yeah, I mean, I can understand that it's sometimes better to do it from the basis of that sort of thing. But I've just never. I'll take whiskey over that.
So take the eggnog, put the whiskey inside.
Look, guys, just drop the egg part. Just take the whiskey. Done.
Yeah,
You're done
just
for the night.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, you've gone around for that and for cooking chef and stuff, but you've just been bouncing around a bit trying to
I
find something for yourself. Yeah.
I wish I could find something that was better than cooking for me. I think, I'm lucky that, a lot of people, they don't really find like their passion in life. I love cooking. I love talking about cooking. I love, teaching people to cook. I love everything about it. I don't think people, are that lucky in their profession. And, I'm trying to find something else. Like,
Hey.
I'm 44.
Oh.
So I'm at the end of my career.
Oh.
I gotta find something else.
Oh, cooking's never. You're never done with cooking. It never ends.
I mean, professionally.
Oh. Okay.
Like professionally, you're pretty much done because it's kind of like being an athlete. I would say like it's like I don't want to call it LeBron. It's like LeBron or it's like Jordan or it's like any top athlete. Like not that I'm like the Jordan of cooking, but like once you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
you're not getting any faster. You're not getting any smarter. You're not getting any not when cooking, not when it comes to cooking. 44 is not young. No.
I'm sure they have old chefs like.
It's being an athlete or it's being a model. Like it has an expiration date. Like even like Anthony Bourdain would say the same. It's very, very hard
Well,
when you're like a geriatric person to continue to cook.
Well, he did kind of. What's the word? He did kind of expire. So there's that.
Killing
Um.
himself, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, he did go around. He did try other food places and whatnot. But I mean, he did. There was one episode he did where he was working with a former coworker or something, and they did do a restaurant portion.
They did, and he talks about like how hard it is.
Yeah,
It's
he was.
it's just really really hard. Like you can do it. You can like destroy your body to do it.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of looking for something else, not like um, as physically assaulting to your body.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's a fast paced sort of thing, right? You could slip, you could do all this stuff. It's not, you have to be careful of other people around you. In those kind of restaurants, it is kind of a fast paced ordeal. I mean, when I saw that episode with him and I can't remember his friend's name, it was rough. Like they were trying to catch up.
Eric Repair.
Air. Oh, okay, that's the name of the guy. Okay, I couldn't remember. But I remember watching the episode, and he was like, because I think it was the Travel Channel. The Travel Channel is where that was at.
It's also like he said, like there. I mean, you can read his book. There's a whole thing on it. Like you can't read the tickets anymore because you have to like put on your glasses and take them off, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's a young man's game, just like basketball, just like baseball. Like you wouldn't expect somebody to play baseball up until their 50s, 60s.
Yeah, but again, even on a professional sense, you can still do it for
Gordon Ramsay on a show.
Mm.
Let me see this. Somebody else said something about somebody who's on a show.
Gordon
It's
Ramsay.
a show.
A show.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
Gordon Ramsay's on Hell's Kitchen. That's a show.
Yeah.
He's not actually like working like effectively. Like he's not.
I mean, he works by yelling at you, but not in the way of
Yeah, like
as a-
he's got a really short day. Like his sous chefs do most of the work, but like part of being a cook is chopping and standing. And Paula Deen still like she's on a show.
Mhm. She's Paula Deen. She cooks with a lot of butter.
Yeah, it's and I think somebody said Julia Child. Julia Child, like like how hard is it to sit there and have everybody put your ingredients up there and just with the wine? Like it's not hard. What's hard is working 12 hours a day and doing all the prep.
Mhm. Especially especially at the end of the day where you're cleaning up and all that stuff. And that could take hours.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm 44, unfortunately.
Still rocking it. I miss my radio bug. Oh, okay. See you later. But yeah, I kind of get it. It's still at the end of the day though, if you enjoy cooking, I mean, you'll find ways of doing it. Just either for personal or family, whichever you want. But at the end of the day, you're not too far off because I think that's why you see Gordon Ramsay sell up the knives thing and all these books and all this stuff
Yeah.
because it's another revenue of money for him. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he has built it up that way. I mean, he's earned his keep, especially when he's done the yelling part. But that's not who he really is, though. He's not really the yelling guy because there was.
No, he's a sweetheart. Everybody said, "Oh, Gordon's like an asshole." No, like he's a legitimate, like he's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
He
no,
really,
and
really is one of the best people in the industry.
yeah, because I think there was videos he was making on YouTube, and he'd have at one point one of his kids, kind of come in and help with the cooking and stuff. So you kind of see that sort of thing where you see this guy who's always been known as the yelling Brit who tells you to F off because you did it wrong. But in essence, it's just for the show. He's not like
Yeah.
that at home. I mean, he has kids too, so you have to deal with that. But at the end of the day, he does get paid a lot of money to do a show. So
Right.
money is money until it's not. But it was kind of nice to see that side of himself where he's he's making these either recipe or something like that, and it's not this garbled angry mess. It's calm the enjoyment of cooking. You're doing all this stuff. He's trying to show you one of his recipes or a recipe or whatever. And sort of same with Alan. I think it was Alan Brown, right? Like Alan Brown was just a guy who really went in depth for the cooking factor, which is pretty neat.
Gordon Ramsay's boss is a really cool person too. Can't think of his name now. Shit. Shouldn't have brought him up if I couldn't remember his name. Like the guy that trained him, if anybody knows.
Uh,
The Devil in the Kitchen.
or Marco Pierre. Oh,
Yeah, Marco Pierre White. That dude,
he's hard case, huh?
that dude is a hard case. Like Gordon Ramsay, I would say is like compared to other chefs, even like some people that I've worked for, he's super, super nice. You're like, oh, like I could never work for that guy. Like you can see Marco Pierre White. Yeah. One of this is the dude that put British cuisine on the map. He's got really great recipes. He's an amazing chef. He's a complete asshole.
You can almost see it in his face.
I love him as a chef. He's a terrible, terrible, terrible person.
Wow.
He's awful. He made Gordon Ramsay cry.
Made Gordon Ramsay cry.
He's amazing as a chef.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, he's a terrible person. And that, you know, with art, I think, and you know, cooking as an art comes madness. This guy is batshit crazy.
Yeah, because you can basically see him right here in this picture.
Yeah. I think I hate to keep bringing up Anthony Bourdain because there was like, oh, Anthony Bourdain, you know, fucking killed himself, like blah 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 blah. That's Anthony Bourdain is the reason I became a chef.
Really?
Yeah. He's, you know, so what happened with him was he was just like a mediocre kind of
okay. Oh. Yeah, Marco
like,
Pierre.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Marco is the one who trained Gordon Ramsay. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring up Anthony Bourdain again because Anthony Bourdain was this really mediocre chef. Like he was a shitty cook. He was on heroin for like so many years. And all of a sudden he decided to write a book. And he wrote this book and it blew up like huge. Like he had no idea. And that's why no reservations exist.
Yeah. Yep. He was on the Travel Channel, Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, and then what was the one before was like Reservation something.
Yeah, so it's
here we go. No reservations.
Yeah, no reservations, Parts Unknown, and then the one before that was I don't remember, but yeah, that
Here you go. Anti-chef on YouTube. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's the reason I became a chef.
Really? What about what he did as a chef that inspired you?
He just he really like he connected with people, you know, like he traveled all over the world and he really like connected with, you know, the people from different regions, you know, be it like, you know, South America, Europe, you know, wherever he went, like his purpose was to connect with people and, you know, ask them like, where's this recipe from? Like what makes you love it? Like what makes you love food?
Yeah. Because food is, I mean,
food is love.
Yeah. Well, even though there's different cultures and they do food differently, I mean, there's a sort of power to it because it's kind of a universal translation. We can all speak through.
Yeah, I mean, there's this episode I wanted to talk about today that So he Anthony is like he was a lifelong liberal, like, you know, lived in New York City his entire life,
Right.
and he came out to uh, California, and he went to different parts that were super right wing, and
Right.
he went to Texas, and he hooked up with Ted Nugent, and he said, you know, like, you can be as far apart politically as you want, but you know, everybody connects through food.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a powerful statement in itself when you can connect beyond the limitations of what we do with, say, political stuff, or just a team sort of faction where you can speak across even the language barrier, right? You have the language
Yeah,
barrier thing too, where you can speak
yeah.
across
Like,
that.
I don't remember what episode it was of his show, but like, he was like on a boat, like going through different parts of, I think, like some part of Asia, I don't remember, and you know, he was just kind of I don't remember, but you know, he was talking to people,
Oh,
and he said, you know, people will always feed you wherever you go.
mm, yeah. And this is the chef they were talking about, the anti chef. I don't know why it's called anti, but it is what it is. But it seems like he's cooked
Who
some
is this guy?
anti chef right here. Learn to cook if you like the skill, but not the heart. Okay. So I guess he teaches cooking.
Um,
You don't have the skill. But yeah, I mean it's
never heard of him, but
yeah.
that sounds good. I mean, you know, people people need to, you know, find a common ground. I think there's so many things that divide us
Mm,
nowadays, and I just think that, you know, I think food is one of the real uniting things. It's like, you know, you're like, I hate you, and like, I hate you, and then you sit down to a good plate of food, and you're like, this is a good plate of food.
yeah, it can be a very universal
Yeah,
uniter. I mean that's why I do these conversational things, because a lot of um, a point is we're at a driving point where we're more of not willing to come to the table and just have a conversation about whatever. It's usually about
yeah,
politics or football team or whatever the sport division thing, whatever you want. The point of the matter is though is that we're not coming to that table, and food is one way of bringing people to the table, even though some may not like the food on the table. Obviously some people are picky, but that's why I do this thing, is because it's time to kind of stop that silliness and try to. You don't have to agree on everything, obviously, but at least come to the table and have a conversation. If that's the only time you come, at least you made the effort. And
right,
I think that's a great thing when people can uh, make an effort to just come to the table and just have a conversation. Because with the Anthony Bourdain, right, he would sit down and talk with people, and then they
with,
would get to the eating part.
yeah, with anyone. Like, he went to I think he went to Saudi Arabia. Like,
Yeah.
he went to so many like contentious countries, like,
Mm.
you know, toward the end of his life. I mean, not saying it was a conspiracy or anything, but like, you know, like, he went to a lot of contentious countries and sat down with these people and just had a meal with them. And you know, that's what it should be about. It's just like sitting down with people and, you know, just having like a moment of peace. Like,
Yeah. And is
what's
that
wrong with that?
yeah. No, nothing. Well, unless people just don't like the food you're cooking, but I mean that's a picky thing. That's just a picky thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like for you that being inspired by Anthony Bourdain, it seems that there's a struck a chord for yourself where that rings out more true than most. And my question is do you feel? I mean, personal surroundings, right? That the cookies is not enough going on that about people cooking meals for each other, or or inviting people over or something like that. Something that brings a communal sense, if that makes sense.
Like what would bring that together, or
Well, just for your personal life, because it feels like that struck a chord for you seeing Anthony Bourdain cook and then do his show, No Reservations, which sometimes he'd be hard case, sometimes he'd be humbled, sometimes he'd be inspired by the scenery. There's a lot of stuff by going to these different places, but for you, not traveling out to all those different places, but being able to cook a meal and being able to share that, there's some power to that to some degree. And I was wondering if that you've had
right?
that
You
or
know,
else.
I just, I like, cooking for people. I don't care what their political leanings are. I just, like to see if they enjoy what I make, and I think that's what's drawn me to it.
Yeah. Is there when was the last time you did sort of a communal cooking or I don't know, cook for others? Does that make sense?
Um, so I was cooking for, I think the last time I cooked was for a Catholic school.
Really?
That was in May, I think is the last time that I cooked for them. And I got fired basically like over food cost, and, not to get political, but,
Yeah.
they just couldn't afford me. Like,
Yeah.
um,
You were
they,
too good.
no, it wasn't even like that. Like, we already had a chef. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't a chef. I was just a cook.
Yeah.
She had like a very limited staff, and, she was doing the best she could with what we had.
Mhm.
And the teachers, so it was a big school, and the teachers were able to get whatever food they wanted for free. So usually they would get salads. So my favorite thing to cook for them was my roasted Brussels sprouts. I know people don't like Brussels sprouts,
Ooh.
but if you take a Brussels sprout,
Mhm.
cut it in half, I dress them with olive oil and some pepper and
Yeah.
salt, and you put them in the oven, and you roast the ever loving fuck out of them until they're like black, and
Right.
that's when they're perfect. So
Right.
and everybody was like, "Oh, these are so good!" Like I really really loved cooking that.
Yeah. Because there's sort of there's an instant feedback with that, right? Like someone tastes it and they don't like it, you can instantly tell right away that they
Yeah.
don't they don't like it. Or times when you go ahead.
That's one thing. Like, you like, as a cook, as a chef, like, you have to take feedback. If people are like, this is awful, you can't
Yeah.
just be, fuck you. Like, you have to be like, oh, okay, like, let's scrap the whole thing and do it again. You can't just sit there and be in your feelings and say
Yeah.
they're wrong.
Right. No, I think that's a opportunity to challenge yourself or take up the challenge for yourself and improve, right? Because that's always the case with cooking is that you can always improve and learn different ways of cooking too, right? French way, the English way, all American way, all this different stuff, right? There's so many different variations of how to cook something that it boggles the mind that because I was talking to Hemp here, I was like the valley of cooking is so vast and so wide. You could explore one section and have so much more after that to explore. And I think there's joy in that. But I also think the other part, like you described as well, is being able to share that or being able to cook for others and then getting that feedback of was it good or was it not good? Because you as a chef want to improve to some degree. If you don't want to improve, then I can't help you with that. But
Yeah.
but there's but
And
you as a
you're like, it was perfect. Everybody else is wrong. And it's like, I'm sorry, your restaurant is so empty.
it
It's
tastes like crap.
it's really your fault.
So yeah, but that's pretty awesome that that's something that again drew you to wanting to from Anthony Bourdain because There's a power to that, and it kind of speaks to you as an individual when you want to do something like that, and share and grow, being as a chef. Because I'm pretty sure cooking for a school as a chef gets boring and tedious after a while because you have to, as you said, follow a recipe. So
Yeah. I
and,
mean,
and you're just like, "Bleh."
as far as like working, I would rather work for places that are more open to suggestion. But that continues to be my
Hard to
wish.
find. Hard to find. It's yeah, that'd be an interesting. I know you probably have to work there a while to at least get that, because if you're the new person coming in, they're like, why should I listen to you, right? Which is always a thing anywhere. But anyway, so it is the top of the hour, and what I do is when I have a guest on, I set aside some time for us to promote ourselves. Now, obviously, you just have your Twitter X. You really haven't set anything else up to do stuff. So,
I don't really have anything to promote or or
well,
any other things to plug. It's just X really.
yeah, and so her link for that is down below, and of course, Lost Tales posted it earlier. Let me, Oh, here we go. There you go. Lost Tales posted it earlier, so there you go. Find her at
You're
that.
watching me mess with my hair. No, there we go. I don't know what this is, but we're good.
She's trying to make an '80s button. Hey, she can do whatever she wants. She still looks pretty. There he goes. Lost Tale bringing in the lead. There you go. Right there, bringing it up. And of course, she likes to be a.
Where are my fans that they're not online?
Well, I guess they didn't want to follow. Had to get a plate of tamales. Ooh, that's El.
Oh,
Muy
tamales.
Muy caliente.
I mean, I could just talk about food this whole thing. I don't know if you guys want to switch the subject.
Oh,
We
calm it
could
down.
keep
Calm it down.
talking about food.
I gotta do the other promotion stuff. All right, just calm it down first. Okay, take a breather. All right, take a breather. Wide mouth face. But anyway, guys, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing this content, or leaving a like or follow, leaving a follow or a comment. Anything that helps engagement is much appreciated, because again, guys, engagement leads to being seen more, but it also leads to having more different people on, like Rebecca here, and UB Legend, and Demonic Rebellion, and so many others, because you never know what you'll get out of having conversation with someone, and we've learned a bit about Miss Rebecca here. So she's sassy, but she's got the looks. But anyway, but yes, any help with the engagement is much appreciated. And again, I have a link down below where you can find all my other stuff. If you want to take up the opportunity to come on, look, you can leave a comment on our Rumble or YouTube, or you can go to that link down below and find me there. Right? I have a Discord, I have an email, I have a Twitter X as well. So it's there's that. So again, any help with engagement, much appreciated on either end. Rumble or YouTube, and of course the link down below, because again, guys, it is so much fun getting to talk to many and different people. There you go. Look at that. Look at right there. Not either. I don't drive a race car. I can't be racist if I don't drive a race car. I'm the wandering clown. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's his. It says Demonic Rebellion, but he's actually his is Demonic Rebellion, but his thing is I'm the wandering clown on Twitter X. So there you go. Question time. It's been question time every now, but no, that's not till later. It's not till later. Right? Don't try to rush things. Goodness, I'm trying to have a conversation with a guest here. Trying to throw me out already. But no, I can talk again. This is just talking about whatever, because I think there's a lot. Again, bringing people to the table just to talk about whatever, and then having fun with it, because we don't really see that much happen anymore. It's more of like I'm right, you're wrong thing. Oh, look, there you go. Tea Porter, test of roasted Brussels sprouts being so good. What is your favorite dish to cook, Rebecca? There you go. There's a question.
Are we still going? Because it felt like you were wrapping it up.
No, it's just promotion time. You'll know when I wrap it up.
So every hour.
I do that every hour at the top of the hour. Don't hurt yourself. I do that at the hour of every top of the hour because it's just sort of like a timing thing. Because some content creators do like at the beginning, some do it at the end, and some do it sporadically throughout. So, but anyway, what is your favorite dish to cook?
No idea. So my favorite dish is risotto,
Ooh.
which is rice,
Mm,
but it's basted
mm.
in this is like shit. So
What is risotto?
you've got your butter
Mm.
and you've got your onions. Someone's
Uh-oh.
calling me.
Oh.
The horror. No, it's just my son's school.
I thought they said it's the horror. I was like, what?
The horror.
The horror. Why is the horror calling me?
This fucking horror won't stop calling me now. So,
Money. All right.
so my favorite thing to make is risotto. So you take your onions and then you start basting them in butter, and then you put the rice in, and then you and then you keep putting stock in, which is like you can get it from the store.
Right.
So basically, like it's a rice soup, but it has a bunch of broth, like chicken broth. Like you can put like whatever kind of broth you want inside.
Nice.
Gordon Ramsay makes this. It's risotto, but
Yeah.
so what you can do if you want to prepare it ahead of time is just put your rice and your onions together, and like, because rice, if you've ever cooked it off from scratch, it's time consuming.
Yep.
So what you want to do is cook off the rice, and then just start slowly adding your stock to it. And I mean, it's really, really good. And then after the rice and onion and stock mixture is all together, you add cheese. So what you normally want to do is add Parmesan. Parmesan's really good. But you can add like any kind of cheese you want, as long as it's shredded, because it has to kind of integrate like into the rice.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I like gorgonzola and blue cheese.
Can I read the comments? Ask her if she even remembers her original hair color. What if this is it? Bitch. What if this is it? I mean, like, honestly, I can show you pictures like this portion, this little pouffant that I've done right now. Like, this is probably around the original hair color that I used to have.
Freshly shredded. Oh,
I mean, this is a pretty natural hair color. You should have seen. Can you show them any of the other hair colors that I've done? Like, this is like probably the most natural hair color that I've done.
Oh, look, there you go. Look there, you got it. You got it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
You getting feel like you're called out there. You will be sent to the Phantom.
the ex-salt mines, where only like howling blue-haired liberals will be like, "What do you mean this isn't my natural color?"
Yeah, it's
I accept that. Yeah, it just.
So it's very. It's. I think you've said before, but you live out in California, right? Because I think you've mentioned that in your. And so, what is living out in California like for you? I like.
It's great.
No, I couldn't tell at all. It wasn't great.
So for starters, I don't have any white friends.
Oh, okay.
None. I don't have any white male friends.
Uh,
I don't have any white female friends.
uh,
Everybody that I know and love is either black or Hispanic. And let me tell you why. Because everybody
Uh-oh. 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 Did you? Oh, no, there she is. You froze up a bit.
who
No, you froze up a bit. No, you're trying to explain why you had the
am I
blackness.
still
Yeah, no,
am
you're
I
fine.
alive?
No, you're live. It's just you froze up for a bit. So you're
Um
explaining your black and Hispanic friends.
yeah, I don't have any white friends.
Right. Yeah.
We don't get along.
Oh, and did someone do something to you?
Because
Bad.
everybody voted for Harris. I'm sorry, that's their vibe. Like it's really not my vibe. I don't know. They're more judgy. They're
Oh,
more
what
like Karen.
are they? Are they like the Are they like the pompous, white people sort of thing?
They're assholes. Like cause I'm not. I don't know. Cause I don't have a husband that makes like you know uh, six figures.
Yeah.
Like somehow like I'm a failure.
I don't know about failure. I think failure is sort of a self-evidentiary thing, not something
Yeah,
anyone can
it's
judge you
like
on.
I don't really judge um my lifestyle off anybody else's. I don't judge anybody else for their lifestyle. I'm not like, oh, like your husband may make six figures, but he's off like banging the maid, he's off like, banging a secretary, he's off like banging everybody else.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't get along well with white people. I'm not really sure why.
probably because it's less and less out there. It seems like getting replaced by all those.
No, it's not that there's so many white people out here. I don't get along with them.
They just wrong you so much.
Because I do this bun and they're like, what? Like,
I don't.
what do you look like? They're all so conformist.
Well,
I
it
think
looks very 80s.
that's really the problem. Like, I could roll in with his hair like tomorrow to any office and be like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh." It's like, I don't
It's
care.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a thing in life anyway. I mean, I don't. I mean, people will speak on rumors or stuff of that nature, and it's just a part of life, unfortunately.
It's
Sucks.
gossip,
Yeah, gossip, rumors.
and I feel like because I'm pretty
Well,
and
yeah,
I
of
got big
course.
boobs
Okay.
and I look young.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like a lot of people hate on me for that.
And I feel like that's more of their problem than yours, more or less.
Yeah, it's just like that's why I really don't have any white friends because the Latinas,
Mm,
they've got big boobs
mm. So
and
they
they
don't judge.
and they have a big ass
Uh-huh.
and they don't judge.
Uh-huh.
And the black ladies that I'm friends with, they got big boobs
Uh-huh.
and they got a tiny waist
Uh-huh.
and they got a big ass and
Uh-huh.
they don't judge.
Mhm.
So, why would I be friends with people that's like like behind my back?
Yeah, yeah, spreading
I'm,
rumors and
I'm
stuff. It seems
not
silly.
gonna not gonna indulge that.
Yeah, no, that just helps solidify things, and you don't want that. They're time wasters, as one would say. Um, but the my thing is that I think a lot of people still have self issues where they do kind of sometimes take what someone says or something upon them, and they kind of run with it a bit. Not all, but there are some people who do, and it can be a devastating effect to one's self image, right? Because people make fun of, people do rumors, like you're saying, it's
Yeah.
a very backstabby world to some degree. But I mean, you're not gonna live in a non-backstabby world. So I mean, there's that. Um, but uh, but no, I don't. At a certain point, you have to be the adult in the room, and walk away, more or less.
Yeah, like I don't understand. I guess like it's the nature of being a female in any sort of work environment where if you're pretty.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna skimp out on your not pretty part, but I mean, still. Um, but I mean, it's your life is your own. Nope, that's not wrong person. Well, your life is your own, and you're and you
In
do
a
all
world of backstabbers, be a front stabber.
See, be a backstabber, be a front stabber. Yeah, instead of in the back and the spine, do it at the heart. Do it
I
at the
mean,
heart of the
I
thing.
try to when somebody doesn't like me. I'm like, hey, I'm like what's the it like I'm not like you fucking bitch. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself and like do this with my head. I'm just like how can we resolve this? Like I don't want to fight with you. I was doing that I think 2 jobs ago. No, actually I did that like both jobs ago. I said like I don't want to fight with you, but at the instant, like they're like, oh, it's squashed, like, we're fine. The instant I said that, they turned around and like we're still talking shit. And I don't get it. I feel like I'm the easiest person to get along with. I'm not like sitting there being like, Trump 2024, you fucking like fucking Kamala supporting bitches. Like
Right.
I'm like, hey, like we're all here like for another week, for another wonderful Monday.
Uh,
I say normal things that everybody can relate to. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but
and
it
sometimes
is
you can
what
say,
it is.
yeah. And there's sometimes you can say something that people can take in a misunderstanding way. But at the end of the day, it's better to be authentic with yourself than have to, be pigeonholed in these weak-willed people's minds, and all this stuff. Because I mean,
It's
goodness,
it's really hard to explain. Like I'm sure like most of your audience is probably male. Like it's really hard to explain like female dynamics where like you can be as nice as you want to this bitch and then she'll still go behind your back
yeah,
and,
you're
and
very,
talk about you. Like,
yeah,
and
you.
I don't really know because I grew up with men.
Mm,
I grew up with my dad and my brother. That was my primary support system. We moved to the East Coast, and my mom was out here. Like I didn't have my mom,
mm,
so I grew up with men, and
right.
I didn't really know how to deal with like females and their dynamics, and I still don't.
Mm.
Like I have no idea. God, I look like Adele right now. Like before she lost the weight.
The question is now, can you sing like her though? Because that's the real question right there. Can you sing
Um,
like Adele?
I heard that you settled down. No.
Oh, it's going good, and then it was just done. Then it was done. Hello.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said
Mm.
sometimes it lasts love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Okay. I hear the karaoke bar calling your name. All right, someone get this lady a dollar shot right there. Come on. She just sang a bunch of Adele. No, Adele. That's
It
right.
was so bad.
Hey, there are some people who sing worse at a karaoke bar. I've heard that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I can't I can sing a lot of parts in karaoke. I can't sing it all. I'm sorry.
What? No, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. J.G. Wentworth. Oh goodness
In
gracious.
a world of fire breathing dragons be a capybara, yeah.
Happy bar. There you go. They'll be a little chunky and eat vegetables and stuff. There you go.
Chunky yet funky. That's me.
Mm,
Chunky yet funky. I'm not even fat. I'm just a little chubby.
Hey, that's all right. Some people I've heard, enjoy a little junk in the trunk. That's all I'm gonna say. You can do it. Yeah. So that's all some people say. I've heard some
I'm
people.
just here to make facial expressions into the camera.
Good. You're starting to make the numbers go up. But anyway, I'd make another joke, but I'm a very gentlemanly person. I try so hard. Anyway, yeah, it's just human dynamics is such a thing, especially when you
I thought we had another topic. Hang on.
What do you mean?
We were making notes.
I wasn't making notes.
I was making notes.
More cushion for the what?
So we did food.
For the powder.
Oh, my miniatures. Nobody wants to hear about that. It's so stupid.
Push. Well, so he got it corrected. Okay, I was like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. Wait, another facial equivalent. All right.
Well, welcome to Rebecca's Classes of 1,000 Faces. I'm here to teach you all about the good stuff and the bad stuff all in one. Oh, perfect. Just
look better. Oh no, because then you see the reflection of like everything.
You see
Just
the reflection
kidding.
right there. That
Just
you know what?
kidding.
You took away many people's hopes right there. Just
So we talked about X.
Yeah.
Liberals shaving their heads.
Why you keep looking at your cards? What's going on here?
I'm looking at my notes.
You're looking at
do
what
you-
notes? What notes are you writing down? Are you trying?
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Look at me. I got all my notes right here. Yeah, look how so clear and crystal they are. Yes, look at that.
Putin
Yeah,
approves.
I'm reading from a book. It's called "You Suck, You Loser."
Putin approves. What the fuck does this say? Oh, this guy eating drywall on Kick.
Oh no, I saw that the Norme guy, and I thought he got banned from Kick.
Does everybody just get banned from Kick?
Well,
Is that
only
like
the
a thing
people,
now?
only the people who do stupid stuff. Yes, that's right. Show the papers now. Yeah, show the papers now.
Show the papers now.
I'm going to demand you show the papers now, or I'll come over there and then we'll turn it into Deutschland. That's right. That will turn.
Let me see. Oh, JG Wentworth. I just want to tell you guys how much I hated the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's still going?
No. So what had happened was Larry David was funny until he got Trump derangement syndrome, and then he started being not funny.
Right.
And the last season, the season before this most recent season, was like a build up to just a Trump joke. And then this most recent season was also a build up to a Trump joke. Be funny, be more funny. Stop being not funny, be funny. I'm tired of these comedians. Trump is fucking Hitler. Shut the fuck up. Be funny. God.
The first rule in life: be funny. Be funny.
More funny.
No, is it be funny or be more funny? Because if they're already funny, but you want them to be more, two distinct.
Funny.
Be funny. All right. Well, we got that figured out. Be funny. If you aren't funny, I will not laugh.
If you're not funny, we're not going to laugh.
That's true.
Why would you laugh if you're not funny? If you talk about, because he had this cute bit, and like I really liked it. He said that he's wasting his life just going to the bathroom. He's like, I feel like I'm wasting my life going to the bathroom. Like while I'm going to the bathroom, because he doesn't take his cell phone. He has germophobia or whatever. So he said, I feel like I'm wasting my life going to the bathroom, not learning anything. So he decides to put the Gettysburg Address
Oh.
while he's peeing so he can learn the whole Gettysburg Address.
Mm.
So eventually he pees enough reading the Gettysburg Address, and he memorizes the whole thing. And he has like this thing in his golf club where he reads the fucking Gettysburg Address to them. Now that was funny.
Oh, it's called in 7
He
years
had to be
ago.
there.
Oh, it's called in 7 years ago.
For scoring.
I would not go that far. There's not worth going that far for that silliness. But I mean, yeah, there's a point where these supposed comedians stop being funny and they become protestive. No, that's not the word. They just become something else that's not funny. They become less comedian and more. I
That's
don't
like,
know what the word is.
it's like political pundit. Like you shouldn't be like, as a comedian, it's your responsibility to, like, I think, make anything funny. And as people have told me, I'm funny. I don't want to bring politics into it, and I'm trying to avoid that. I think
Yeah.
because there's so many other opportunities for, I think, comedy where you don't have to really go into politics at all.
Yeah. I mean, unless you get like the America's Funniest Home Videos where a politician gets knocked in the nuts. I mean, that could be pretty funny. Oh, and he got hit again. Oh, they're not gonna survive this time. But yeah, it's silliness all around for all that stuff, and
I just been sitting here making faces for like 45 minutes, and
how do you feel it's improved your self-worth at this point that now you can make 1,000 faces, and it's not dropping dollar bills on you.
do what?
I said, how do you feel in making these faces when they're not dropping dollar bills on you?
I feel bad. I feel like I should be paid for each face that I make. But you can only hope for so much. I'm not Jim Carrey sitting here like,
Yeah, rubber. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber, Rubber Face. Yeah, all that stuff. I mean, if it entertains you, why not, right? But yeah, it's California, and especially with going back to the California thing, it's funny how a lot of people are leaving it. Like, because I think I can remember you were being like, something was going on, and then you're like, people are telling you to get out, and you're like, I can't get out. I'm too poor.
okay, I have to talk about this because people piss me off. Like, just move. What? Okay. Are you stupid? It's like I gotta, like, first off, I have to find a job. I have to, take out, what do you call it?
Loans?
I have to, not even a loan. I have to be able to go to some place where I already have a job.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to go to some place where I already have an apartment because I'm not just going to drive nowhere. My car has almost 200,000 miles on it. I can't drive my car to come to Florida. What the fuck? How am I going to buy a plane ticket?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, like, how am I going to buy a plane ticket? Where's my job? Where's my apartment? You can't just be like, I'm going to get in a car and I'm going to start driving. This isn't 1950. I plan ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be an idiot and just move. Just move. Idiots.
Well, yeah, because again, it not only does it cost a lot, but I mean, it's a timed process. You're not gonna find a home right away. It's gonna take a while before you even for an apartment. You gotta take a while to pay off what you owe, security deposit, whatnot, sign the paperwork. It's a lot of different stuff. It's a lot of different gears, And
And you know, my son is here. I mean, so he's going to be 18 in May.
Mhm.
But it's like I'm not going to move across the country and then just not be able to see him anymore.
right.
I mean, Gavin, I think, is off right now, like making some laws that'll make, you know, all this, like, you know, illegals moving into your house, like that'll be like legal.
Like
But
squatters. Yeah. Um.
we'll be able to move into your basement. But
Yeah.
I I'm not going to move away from my child.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Bottom line, cut and dry, and people just move, just move.
They say without understanding your circumstance.
It's
Unfortunately.
not even like my situation. It's just like not like, you know, being able to go from like point A to point B. I just think some people, they don't see like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, like they just like do it.
Mhm.
It's like you have to, there's steps to everything, you know.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to the store, like you know, you get in your car, you go to the store, you get out of your car, or you park your car, you get out of your car, you go get your groceries, you go to the checkout, and then you leave. You
Mhm.
can't just say like do something,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
People, I think, have no comprehension of, I mean, there's a serious mental health problem in this country. People have no concept of going from point A, they go to from point A to like point Z without seeing the steps in between.
Yeah. Well,
My,
it's the same thing with, being literate. I feel like more people are illiterate even though they can read. And I'm just like,
yeah, no reading comprehension.
the reading comprehension is wildly out of balance, and you have these people who are in high positions, and you're expecting them to do something they don't do well at, right? Like if something says do not enter and yet you still do it anyway, I think you're an
Yeah,
idiot.
it's like you're not like thinking of the consequences. Like when you break the law, say you're speeding, or like you're drinking while you're speeding. Cop pulls you over. He's like, so you're speeding and you're drinking. Uh, you know, it's like, okay, so first off, you have to get the ticket, then you get arrested, and then you have to call a lawyer, and then you have to go to court, and then like you're incarcerated, and you have to call your family, and then your car is taken, and then you have to call in your job, and then there's it's all these steps.
Yeah.
People don't think of it, like when
Yeah.
they make an action, they don't think of the things in between.
Yeah, well, that is a multivariate too, like your bad parenting or whatnot. But um, at the end of the day, it's just insane how many of us get very comfortable with allowing some things to happen over another, or how much we're willing to accept a compromise for something else, right? Like, a lot of these this time around, for the election stuff, you saw a lot of people get out there and vote, but it wasn't that way last time. So um, I think there's a lot of things that have to be done in order to wake people up out of the slumber, but they tend to go back to that after a while because they're focused on what they're doing rather than the mental capacity it would take to go beyond that, which is insane. Um, but yeah, it's- I'm
I'm
just
just
gonna make
I'm just gonna keep making faces. I'm sorry. Sounds like she has experience with what? With what? What do I have
yeah,
experience with?
uh, living life. I'd have gone with living life, but what do I know? Um, let's see. It's a California bad. People trying to get you out. That would.
If I had a hot unibrow, oh, I can draw it on right now and be like, this is natural. No, actually, since I'm a natural blonde, my eyebrows are white.
um,
So this is just makeup. It's
yeah.
It's not mascara, but it's makeup. My eyebrows are white, so if I had a unibrow, you wouldn't even know it. Could be here right now.
Yeah, see, but I mean, you still look good, so that's something right there. Appreciating your uh, glamorous.
It was a joke. Chill.
I feel like a war is coming on. Diplomatic, diplomatic dipping out of here. Um, no, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next 4 years, that's for certain. Um, but
Do you guys want to talk about the election?
I guess we
I
can
mean,
go
I
for a
could
little
I
bit.
could talk about that for a while. I've just been trying to
Go for that for a little bit. So,
avoid
what are
the.
your thoughts?
Okay,
Mhm,
so here's the thing.
mhm. Go for it.
I voted for Trump.
Okay.
Um, Kamala just wasn't a great candidate. I really think that if Biden um, had run instead, he would have won.
Mhm,
Not that he's the greatest. I
mhm.
think he's bad. I think he's terrible. I
Right.
think he ruined the country over the last 4 years.
Mhm,
The thing is that there's a lot of people that don't read the news.
mhm,
They don't care what anybody thinks.
mhm,
They don't go on social media. They don't do anything. They just look at the ballot and see who they know,
mhm,
and then they vote, and that's it. I think that they saw Harris and they're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
mhm,
And they just like Trump because they know him, from 4 years ago when the country was good. I think they're the grand majority of people
mhm.
um, really don't give a shit about social media and social media politics, and they're not going to listen to anybody else. They're just going to vote for, whoever they're going to vote for, and that's it. I think
Mhm.
that's what happened. It was the people that don't care, and the Latinos.
Mhm.
Oh, I have something to say about that.
Oh boy. Uh
Buckle
oh.
up,
Uh,
buckle up.
buckle up. She says, "Buckle up, chat. We're in for a wild ride. Get
So,
ready."
the Latinos,
Uh-huh.
um, that this term Latinx was forced upon them by the liberals and
Yeah.
the Democrats. Do you guys know what that means? Can anybody tell me in chat before I let you know? Anybody?
Do it,
Do you
chat.
know what it translates to in Spanish and in any other language that you know?
Or for our speaking friends, en español. Um,
Anything. Do you know what it means? Do you know what Latinx means?
I thought it was a very dead language sort of thing right there. He's speaking Latin.
So 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 nobody knows.
Uh,
It means asexual.
ooh.
We've
Or
been calling a very proud race asexuals for the last 4 years. Of course they voted for Trump. These are the Democrats that invented this term, Latinx. Latinx might as well be a strip club.
Hey, there you go.
We're insulting them. We're insulting them. We're calling them asexual. And we wonder why they voted for the Republicans,
Mm.
because the Republicans aren't insulting them 24/7.
Yeah. No, it's
And
funny how that gets missed of the
and it's all these liberal Democrats that don't speak, they just speak English poorly. They don't know what it means. They don't know what any of these words mean. They're just making shit up. You can't just make a word up. Latinx means you're an asexual Latin person.
mm-hmm.
That's so insulting.
Yeah, it's and they got a lot of pushback on that, right? Like the Latinos.
45% of the Latino voters voted for Trump.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
45%. And people are like, oh, I have to read what my friend sent me this thing. They're like oh like fuck Latinos, like fuck all this like machismo, like bullshit. It's like
mhm.
you can't just sit there and insult people.
Yeah.
It'd be like if they sat there and they're like, you're like all the trans white people, like the trans white people, like the asexual trans white people,
Mhm.
and you're supposed to smile and be like, yay, I accept your terms for us. No, they're using them as tools.
Mhm.
You know.
Are the votes being counted slow there? I don't know. I thought they were already
Why
done
are
with.
the votes being counted so slowly there? Because they don't care.
Right. It's gonna be blue anyway.
Because we go blue every year. So haven't talked about where I live. I don't live in LA or anywhere close to LA. I'm actually like 2 hours out. I'm in Riverside County, and we're really I would say pro Second Amendment. There's a lot of Trump voters here. Where I say our closest city is Temecula, which actually went toe to toe with Gavin about the whole like gay trans books in the schools kind of thing. So that's the closest city to me is Temecula, and yeah.
You said Riverside, so
Yeah, Riverside County.
yeah.
Temecula has I mean that's not where I live. I live a little bit outside of that area, in the more rural region. That's like the city that's next to us, but
Yeah, but I mean, it's
it's
you.
I mean, I'm proud to live in this area.
Hey,
There's a lot of Trump voters. There's a lot of really cool people that love their guns. They love Trump. They love, even though we catch on fire every year, they love California. None of
well,
us are planning on leaving anytime soon.
it looks like a nice place.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, you could tell it's partly desert, partly whatever. So
Yeah,
there's
we're a desert. One of my friends is like, it looks like a movie. It's because they film a lot of stuff out here because it's a rural region. Oh, if you guys have seen the 1980s movie The Wizard.
Oh, the Wizard of Oz. The wit.
No, the Wizard, where
Uh,
it's a 1980s, I think 83, 84 like promo for Super Mario 3. If you want to look that up too, the movie The Wizard. So it's this little autistic boy. He's really really good at video games, and so they have like a Super Mario championship or something like that. So he goes to the championships in California because he wants to go back to California because he had a twin sister, and I don't remember, but like she died, and he wants to go back to this dinosaur. It's in Cabazon, which is like 20 minutes from me. Cabazon, the Wizard.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the one where he's like, I love the power glove. It's so bad.
Yeah. No, because he has it right there in the thing. But I mean, all it says is a boy and his brother run away from home and hitch cross country with help from a girl they meet to compete.
Anyway, that's where that area where they filmed is where I live.
Wow, really? Wow.
It's
Uh,
yeah, we're in the desert basically.
I see people. Ali, most of the people I know voted for him, making me think my city is rigged. Rigged it 100%. Well, could be. Could be. A lot of rig. Yeah, those riggers. Those riggers never give
The
up.
freaking riggers, they never
Those those riggers never give up. They rig all day
they
long.
just
All right.
rig. They just keep rigging. Oh my
Just
god!
like a
What's
big,
up in my hair right now? Okay,
just
we're
like
gonna-
a big oil rig they rig. But yeah, no, I think I doubt California's gonna, be more than what it has been because of
Well,
all the.
so our issue mainly right now, as far as like not going red and like staying blue, is just that there's too many liberal white women here right now. Like, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. There's too many liberal white women here. It's not the immigrants. Most of the people that I know, the people that I know that came here from like across the border, they try to get their citizenship. Like, honestly, it's easy. Like, it's so easy to come here and get your citizenship. It's not that. It's these liberal white women.
Damn liberal white women.
I don't know why. I have no idea. That's why I don't have any white friends. Like, they don't get it. Like, they're just like, oh, like these poor people, like the poor people that you're not even friends with, that you don't know anything about,
Or that you don't care about. To
that,
be
that you
honest with
don't
you.
that you don't care about. I think that's the long and short of it, is like, as long as we have all these liberal white women in California, we're never going to be able to turn red. Not again. Not unless their husbands are like, smack you on the ass, bitch.
Let it jiggle.
That's what their husbands need to start smacking them on the ass, or we're never going to get the California back red.
Build that spine. Smoke them behind. Build that spine. That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new poster, protesting poster. Build their spine. Smack their behind.
Smack their behind.
White women can be riggers too.
I can't.
Oh goodness. I'm just seeing someone going out there with the signs like, what the hell is he protesting?
See what people are saying. Aw, shit. Aw, shit.
Oh crap. He's going out there with that sign again. Hide your wives, the husbands, don't smack their behind. Correct that spine, get it going. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Does anyone believe that Biden got 81 million votes and Obama got 66 million? No.
There's a big chunk of year difference though. So there's a big chunk of year difference.
No, I mean, and the thing is, I can go into this too if you don't mind me getting into politics as you get thrown off the air.
We're still here.
I'm unvaccinated.
Oh.
That was one of the main things that red pilled me. Was I'm a very like anxious person. I don't like I don't like doctors. I don't like taking any treatments that aren't like completely necessary. And when they started to force me, like I don't get the flu shot. And when they started to try to force me to get vaccinated, I was just like, and I said no. I kept saying no. I said no over and over and over again. And Biden got me fired. We went on lockdown in California early 2020. And then in 2021, I came back to work without the vaccine and I got fired.
Yeah.
Because Biden was, taking over by then.
I'm pretty sure Newscomb had something to do with it too. So there's that.
Yeah, he did. I mean, they enforced it, but it was just really sad. It's like, I was the one that, sat there not having the vaccine, like not being scared about it. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, you can't come back. I'm like, well, I can't go on leave. No, I mean, not unless you have religious exemption. Then I wasn't about to lie.
Yeah. You get the goods. No, I mean, I got, C-19 COVID, whatever you want to call it, at one point, but I didn't know I had it until like they were posting like the signs of this is what you have. This is if you have these things, this means you have COVID and stuff. Because there was at one point where I was just, it's like a very hard, it was a very heavy, like dry cough sort of thing, and then of course I lost my taste after a while, and so it was like,
Ooh.
oh, the things taste weird. I didn't lose it totally. I just lost like maybe sweet stuff, but sour and salty were still kind of in play a bit. So, but yeah, it's
Well, it's not like I don't believe in COVID. Yeah, I didn't want to get the vaccine for it because I didn't think that it would do anything, and
yeah,
it doesn't.
and to your degree, there were many circumstances and papers and whatnot that kind of prove that right.
Yeah.
No, this one's already been answered. This one's already been answered. You have to go back a bit. She's already answered why.
Once you lost your job, what was your motivation? It's because my son is here. Me and his dad are well, we're still married. We're separated, but we've been separated for a really long time.
Wow.
We've been separated since 2018.
Wow, that's
He's never said I want to get back together with you. He's never said that. But yeah, we're still legally married. But he lives with his dad because he wanted to go back there for high school because he's been there. He's been in Long Beach since he was kindergarten.
okay.
And he wanted to go to high school there. Even though his friend doesn't go to his high school, he wanted to be able to, hang out with his friend on days off, whatever. And I'm not going to be like this huge bitch and be like, you have to go live with me. And so that's why.
Yeah, and that's I mean,
me.
there was a parents I'd met that they were together for a while, then they ended up separating, but they still raised their daughters together because they only had girls. So I know that thing exists, but it's kind of sad when things don't work out and you're kind of just tossed to the side of the road for whatever. So especially with when you get in a relationship with someone, right?
Yeah, I mean, relationships are just hard. I mean, I was with his dad for 13 years, and he's not like a motivated person. He didn't have sex with me. He wouldn't get a job besides just retail. He wouldn't go to school. He didn't care about me. He didn't pay attention to me. So we kept trying. Didn't work out. Like sometimes it just doesn't work out. We're just sometimes you're just two different people.
Yeah, and whatever got you connected in the first place just ends up not being there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a good person. He's a good dad. Like that's not a question. It's just like we don't work as a couple. We're very different. We got married when I was 23, which is it's like outlandish now to be like, oh, I was 23 when I got married, and I had a kid when I was 27. People are like, oh, like I'm 35, and then they wonder why their kid has autism. It's like you're supposed to have a kid when you're in your 20s, so your eggs are still nice and fresh. So that's what I did. And my kid's a straight A student. He's a wonderful person. It just him and me are fine, and me and his dad are fine. It's just we're not together. We're co-parenting.
Yeah. What if you don't mind asking? What's been the thing to not finish off the tie, so to speak? Because you did say you were still married legally. I think you did.
Just the price. It's going to be a lot of money to get divorced at this point because we were together for so long. People are like, oh, you could just go drop your own papers and do all this bullshit. But we file our taxes together. every year. There's just no, real reason for us to get divorced. Like neither of us have been seeing people super seriously that want to get married. So it's like, it's just financially better for us to stay together.
Yeah.
We've
'Cause, like,
never reconciled. We've never, slept together like since we were apart. It's just, it is what it is.
yeah, it's the how to put it? It's the essence of life right there. Stuff,
Yeah.
especially the state you live in too. That can complicate it as well, uh, and all that stuff. But no, it's I can't imagine it's been, especially all these years too. Like it's not recent. It's been over time as well. So,
Yeah. I mean,
but
he's never said like, oh, I want to get back to, he's never even hinted at it. So I'm like,
wow, well, that sucks for you. I mean, you're a very lovely lady. So, why people throw some people away, I'll never understand. But then again, people tend
I'm
to.
still in the garbage can. I'm in the trash
Oh,
compactor.
not either, not either. But some people just tend to use each other to whatever, and that's that. And it's such a sad fate when that is way too much. You're worried about younger people too much. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah.
I do too. It's like it's so different now than like when I was growing up, not only like relationships, like getting a job, going to school. I don't know what's next for us. I'm hoping it's good because, Trump's president again now, and hopefully that gives people a little bit more hope than just being in the machine. I want to say like you're just like push through the machine.
Mm. It's the sausage factory, basically. Just
You're-
yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's like you're ground up now, and then you're just like made into like a sausage, and you just have to deal with it.
Yes, sirree, and no one likes to see how the sausage is made because you try to show them, they'll just. Bleh. But anyway, but it is getting close to the top of the hour again, and of course, I think we'll end it there for that because I gotta work in the morning.
Oh,
So
no worries.
I gotta set up for tomorrow's stream too. So, but we'll do our promotion. Hopium's like hopium, copium, and all its false hope. Right, false of hope can be used as a weapon too. So, but anyway, we're gonna do self promotion, and then we're gonna do a few more things, and then we'll end the night off. So thank you all for being here. So of course, if you want to find out where Rebecca's at, the link to her Twitter X is down below. She's sassy, she's smiley, and she'll beat you up in the face if she can. But she does have a sweetness to her, sort of like that sweet candy you get from someone who cooks the sugar well. So there you go. I tried with that one. I really did.
I'm working on a cookbook, but it's very in the works. It's probably going to be not until next year.
Hey, keep at it.
Cookbook.
I really call it the cooker's remorse. I tried this thing. It burned.
It's the cookbook of like you're pissed off and you're like fuck ingredients. You just throw shit together. That's the cookbook that I'm working on.
That reminds me of the at Unreal TV Kathy Mitchell thing, like dump cakes.
Oh yeah, it's like the dump cake of like good food, but
yeah,
a little bit more refined, but it's nothing too fancy.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. I see the sparkle in your eye. But anyway, if you want to find where she's at, just go down the link below in the description. And she's one tough cookie, but she's not the end of the world monster. So there you go. But anyway, from my end of things, since she doesn't have very much to promote herself with, I mean, she doesn't. You don't need very much. Just put your face on it. Done. You got it. You're golden.
I just put my boobs on the cover, and then everybody.
Your face has many wonders to it. Don't sell yourself short. But anyway, that's one of them too.
I'll just make like the cakes of 1,000 faces.
There you go. Make a book of that. But anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, doesn't matter. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, or leaving a follow or comment, anything that helps the engagement is much appreciated because again, that helps in not only being seen by more people, but also having more people on, like the lovely Rebecca and so many other people that I've had on as well. She may smile, but she'll beat you with it too.
I'll beat you.
Yeah, beat you. Sometimes it's worth it to get beat by a pretty lady, but that you didn't hear from me. But anyway, if you also want to know where else I'm at, there's a link down below. It'll take you to my many places. Again, if you want to take up the opportunity to come on, guess what? You can either leave a comment on either Rumble or YouTube, or go to that link below. Find my other places when we get started. Again, help with the engagement is much appreciated, and of course, down below. I appreciate all for being here, and of course, I am glad that I finally get to have you on. Hey, Rebecca, it's been wonderful to have you on, even though you've been.
You're a great interviewer. You just let me talk. I'm like, awesome.
It's just having a conversation. I'm trying to go for the great conversationalist. That's the title I'm going for.
That's
But
good.
well, you're gonna keep being a visual learner, so just keep it to yourself.
Not gonna flash the chat today. Sorry. If you want to see me flash anybody, you got to check my ex.
She said you'll need to pay her $1 million, and then you may get something out of it.
They bully me into it over there.
Oh, I was talking about there. Hey. If I don't see hundreds drop like rain, you ain't seeing nothing. All right. If I don't see hundreds drop, I want to see it rain. Lost Tales. I want to see it rain.
Make it rain, or he's not going to do anything.
No, I'm not going to do anything. You got to make it rain. And none of this $1 crap.
Over the dollar, you're like,
what is this? A strip club? Stop giving me ones. That's too funny. But anyway, of course, the tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern is my Pay It Forward stream, and I get to have a wonderful guest on. She's been on before, Wicca from Wicca Gaming. She's a lady from Texas, and she ain't shy about what she is. So hope you'll be able to come and see that.
I don't know her, but I'll hype her. Yeah, go see this lady. She's awesome.
That was so bad. That's like
for you.
That's like the feedback you give after a one night stand. It's like, yeah, oh yeah,
good. It's good. It's really good.
Glass off. Once, hey, you know what? You want the glasses off? You gotta pay for it. But anyway, the last part of it is called questions from hat, and I bought a hat, right? And I put some questions in it. So what's gonna happen is, of course, the guest gets 2 freebies, right? 2 free questions, and then if chat wants more questions, follow the hat. They gotta pay for it. So I'm not monetized on YouTube, so sorry YouTube, but it is what it is. But if you're on Rumble, great opportunity to have more questions to ask the lovely Rebecca. So, all right, here I go. My eyes are closed. I'm just feeling around in there. Last famous words right there. All right, I think I got one. Nope.
I didn't know about this part.
Yeah, you're gonna get asked the toughest questions ever. Okay, here's the first one. This one says, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And how would you use it?
Invisibility.
And how would you use it?
Men's locker room.
Really? Really? Are you that simple? Is that?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought I knew. I was lied to this whole time. Those smiles are not so innocent, ladies and gentlemen. Those smiles are not so innocent. That's okay. You'll get a few little pictures that you've already seen 10,000 times over. All right, my eyes are closed.
It's like old dicks.
I'm not gonna go that far. All right, here's the secondary one. Since no one else decided to give a rant, obviously, let's keep this going. All right. Here we go. What does the question say? This question is, if you could instantly become an expert in and one subject, what would it be?
Um. Uh,
Ooh, tough one.
that's a difficult one.
Have you never thought anything beyond cooking?
I mean, I really really like cooking, and um, I would say like some kind of like musical instrument, maybe like the piano.
Ooh, a pianist?
Yeah, like so I could drop a diss album on somebody. I don't know, like maybe or no, maybe the electric guitar.
There you go.
Yeah,
Also
so
fun.
I could just like reform some kind of grunge band and do my thing with that.
Just call it the Red Rebecca's. There you go.
Because I've never been able to play a musical instrument. I sing a little bit, but um
Yeah, that wasn't bad singing at
yeah,
all. I think you won't win any Oscars. I gotta be realistic, but it was
yeah.
pretty good. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the show. And of course, thank you again, Rebecca, for coming on. You've been amazing, and I look forward to when you're always welcome to come back on. So
Thank
no
you.
worries there. Yeah, always. Others have said piano in the past. It's a popular instrument. Yeah, yeah. I believe it.
So I want to I want to sneak into the men's locker room and be an expert pianist. You can put that in my bio.
Something will be put in your bio. But anyway, uh, anyway, hope to see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Pay It Forward stream and having Wicca from Wicca give me out. He getting sound failure? What? What do you mean sound failure? But you can hear me just fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm being heard just fine. I don't understand about. But yes, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow with Wicca from Wicca Gaming. Hope to see you all there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It would have been better with a smiley face. But yes, Rebecca, it's been awesome having you on. It's been a thing in the making, but I'm glad the time. She gonna play that. Oh goodness. But anyway,
I'm
not
just I'm
even.
just here for the laughs, guys.
Oh,
So thank you,
that's
thank
it.
you for bearing with me.
We'll bear with it all over. But anyway, guys, as always, and don't forget to mute your mic too. We end the show with "One Day with You" by Pogo. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, guys. Hope to see you there. And as always, bye.